Hello everyone and welcome to my channel DIY D365. In this video I'm going to uncover the features of Wave 2 Preview, which is releasing in October 2019. I've divided my video in three parts: what's back, what's new, and what's not working. Let's begin with what's back. So form header usability and save in new. Let's have a look. So this is unified interface right now. So this is the current version. This is not Wave 2. But what I'm trying to show you here is the header. So we can see two fields at a time. For the other two, we have to click here. So which means that the header can still accommodate 4 fields, but can show up to 2 at a time. For the other two, you have to click here. You can also click here and edit it. You can also see here that the field label is on top and field values are below the field label, and the font they have used is the regular font, so the field values are not bold. Now I'll move to Wave 2 Preview. So see, this is the header. We are able to see all 4 fields on the header, which is nice. You can also see the field label here is not highlighted, while the field values are in bold font. So which is much more user-friendly, I would say, because that's what this header is for. Like, the topmost info is present on the form all the time, whether you're scrolling or not. So, and it's in bold, so that gives you a better user experience. The only thing is you cannot edit these values here. In order to edit it, you have to click on this drop down. So the function of this drop down has changed now. So it gives you all the fields and you can change the values here. Also, this is a responsive form. So if I have to shrink it or I have to log in through a mobile device, I can still see all the header fields and I can still edit them like this. So that's great. Number 2 was save in new. So I'll go back to the current version. So in current version, if I click on quick create contact, you only see save and close. And on the main form as well, you haven't got a save in new or a save and close for that matter. It's just new. Save in new was gone since 2013. But we were able to use the keyboard shortcut Control-Shift-S, but after the unified interface, that shortcut was not working at all. In Wave 2, we're getting a Save in New button back, but only for quick create forms. So as of now, or in the upcoming version, which is Wave 2 in October, we will get Save in New back, but only for quick create forms. But maybe Microsoft will at some point in time bring it back for main forms as well. We don't know. But let's look at it. So this is Wave 2 Preview. I'll click on quick create, contact, and I'll click here. You see Save and Create New button. So that's available, which is good. So the next one is what's new. So qualify lead experience. So there are 2 bits to it. I know on the slide it just says notes and attachment, but there are 2 different things which will improve the lead qualification experience. Improved grids, error notifications are anchored to the field. Enhancement to Lookup. I'll not read all of them. Let's go back to Wave 2 Preview. So qualify lead experience. Now there are 2 things to it. Let me just go to leads. And what I'm gonna do is click here, attach 2 notes. So I'm doing note 1 without attachment and note 2 with an attachment. Okay. Now, as I was talking, I said there are two different lead qualification improvements. So one is about notes and attachment. The other one is about qualifying a lead from here. So, you know, if we, as of now, when we click on qualify, it just qualifies the lead, creates an opportunity, creates an account, and creates a contact. Well, now you can stop that. If you don't like that process, you can go to system settings, go to the sales tab, and in the qualify lead experience, select no. So when you select no, what happens is users will be prompted to choose what types of records they want to create. So I've selected this. I'll go back to my lead and show it to you. So when I click here, it asks me, what do you want to create? So I can say no to a contact, yes to an opportunity and an account, and click OK. So it's processing. Now, after qualifying, two things will happen. One, I was able to deselect a contact from the qualification. Also, these notes and attachments, which I did, will now transfer to the opportunity, which wasn't the case earlier. Only activities related to a lead will show on the timeline of an opportunity, but now notes are also visible. So you see, this is an opportunity, and you can see the notes which we actually captured on a lead. So that's that. Number two was the improvements in the grid. So going back to contacts grid, you can see that the grid is a lot more cleaner now. Like there's less white space. The rows are narrower or thinner than the previous version. So just for comparison, this is the current version, and you can see, you can compare it. I like the Wave 2 version better for the grids or the lists. So that's that. Let's see what was next. Error notification and enhancement to Lookup. So let's go back to Wave 2 and look at error notification anchored to the field. So it was demanded by the client so many times that we get an error, but when we click on it, we don't go back to the field which is actually giving us the error. So I'll delete the last name from here and I'll click save. You see last name, a required field cannot be empty. I'll click here and my cursor comes back here, right? So that's the thing, that the error notifications are now anchored to the field. So it's great. Number 4 was lookup related enhancement, and the best way to show you that is via activities. So I'll click on quick create. So I'll click on phone call, and you see this regarding field, right? So I'm going to search for A, and you see it shows 7 types of records. So basically 7 record types. So basically 7 types of entities have a record starting from A or having A in it. So basically what improvement they've done, instead of showing you the list horizontally, they will now show it to you vertically. But before even showing you the list, they're showing you results of the first entity which is in the list. So if I click on 7 types of records, I'll see account, campaigns, and whatever was there with A in them. So that's there. So instead of showing you here, they're now showing it vertically. So which is a good thing again. I personally like that. We can see the results. All right. Next one, business card reader. This is the best one. So I'm going to quick create a contact here, and I think you must have seen it before, but here it is. So you can now actually scan a business card from your CRM. So you don't need to create a separate Power App from the AI Builder to scan a business card. But before you get into it, please remember that this feature is only available if your instance is linked to US or Europe region. So I'll quickly just do it. Actually, what I'll do is I'll create a separate video from my mobile about scanning a business card. So, but this is a great feature. It's really helpful for the sales team who are on the field. They can just pick up a card, scan it, and they don't have to really type anything. It captures everything. I'll show it to you in my next video. Customize opportunity close form and make price list optional. So quickly go to opportunities. Now again, this one as well, I have completed the customization. You can still do it. So you have to go to your system customization or create a solution. Within that, include the opportunity close entity and add a field of your choice into it. If you want that field to be available on your opportunity form as well, you'll have to create the field in both the entities or forms. Right. So I don't know why it's not opening. Some Wi-Fi issues. Let me just quickly refresh it. So what's happening with this is that you can add a custom field on your opportunity close form, so you can collect more data when people are closing an opportunity. So that's why it's there. I'll quickly show you how you can enable it. So it's again on sales. You see this customize close opportunity form. So I've selected yes here, and that's why I was able to do it and show it. So I'm on my opportunity form and I've clicked close as one, and that's why I can see the opportunity close dialog box, which used to be there. Now it's a quick create form. So I've added my custom field, which is new field on opportunity close, and I've marked it as yes. So this is the custom field I've added here, and I've told you how to do it by going to system settings. You can enable this feature. The next one is on opportunity as well. That one would be adding products. So I will go back to one of my open opportunities. So basically, you can add a product or line item in an opportunity without having a price list. So this is the one I created and I was listing it. It's quite simple. You'll have to go to the system settings and enable it on the sales tab, or you can go to the product catalog settings and enable it from there. So I will show you product line items. There is no price list, and I can add new opportunity lines without a price list. Now you might say that we could do it anyway by selecting write-in or user-provided prices. But when you enable this one, the prices will still pre-populate from the price list, but you don't really have to select the price list. So field price list becomes optional. So I'll select this right there. You saw that the unit and the price auto-populated from this product. Now I can save and close, and it will be added to the opportunity line. So there it is. So that's kind of cool. Let me show it to you. So this is where I did it from, but you can do it from product catalog as well. I did it from system settings under the sales tab. Scroll down and you will see this option. taking too much time. Yep, so here we are, and make price list optional. So that's the one. So I clicked yes here, and that's why I'm able to do it. So that's great. I forgot to tell you one thing when I was showing you the business card scanner. So if you select this option, the business card original image will be stored. So, but that might help you in future if you lose the information, or you want to cross-check, let's say, fax number, things like that. So it's good to have it here. Now the last one which I've checked is timeline efficiency. So the timeline looks much more cleaner and nicer. The records or posts are taking lesser space. You can see the buttons right here. So this is signing, adding to queue, opening the record, or deleting it. Also, you can see the thread of emails. So you see there's a line here visible, while in these emails it's not, because they're not part of the same mail chain, while these are. So they are shown to you as a thread here. So that's the complete thread from there to there. So that's great. And just to quickly compare it with the current version, how much space it takes in the current version. So this is your current version. So this is how the timeline is currently, and you can see how much space it takes and how much a user has to scroll down. So from the point of view of user experience, I think the new timeline, which is coming up in wave 2, is great. There's some additional improvements in the filter as well. But in order to enable this feature, which is to show you emails as conversation, like you see in your Outlook, you'll have to enable it via your personal settings. So when you click on this wheel here, you will come to your personal settings, go to the email tab, and checkmark show emails as conversation on timeline, and click OK. That's it. So that's great. Moving on, so that was the last one. What's new? I checked. One feature which I forgot to tell you is on grids again. So let's see if I apply a filter here and say begins with A, apply. Now I've got all the contacts who their name begins with A. So let me click on this. And now if I click on back, I still got that filter, which in the current version, it actually clears the filter out, while in this one, you still have got it. So this is amazing because I personally always wanted this. I can now clear the filter, but when I'm going back, I still want to see something. So that's great. Now moving on, what's not working? So I've tried knowledge articles drag and drop, which has been talked about, that you'll be able to insert images by just drag and drop from your desktop. So like how it works in PowerPoint or Microsoft Word, the same way you will be able to insert images to your knowledge articles. Currently it is you'll have to create a web resource and then insert the web resource URL. So that's that. And docked business process flows, the immersive one, which are like talk of the town, that's not working. You must have seen a few screens of mine where business process flow was active, but still the same. So in wave 2 preview, it's actually like your current version as well, but I'm waiting for the new version. Really? Well, that's all for today. I hope you liked me exploring the Wave 2 preview. If you have any comments, please drop in the comments section. Do like the video and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much, guys. Happy CRMing.